An unprecedented new consciousness is transforming the entire human species. A new world is being born. The old world is disintegrating. Both worlds now call to you. Do you want to live in gratitude, patience, contentment, and awe of the universe? Or in anger, worry, overwhelm, and despair? This podcast will help you choose joyfully and effectively. Welcome. We come now to the issue of trust. What you will eventually, if you don't already, come to trust is that everything that happens, without exception, happens to support you in your spiritual growth. Every reaction, every experience of love, every disappointment, every satisfaction, all of those things contribute to your spiritual development. Eventually, you begin to see that that's how the Earth School works, that no matter what is happening to you, it offers you an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to apply emotional awareness, which means distinguish between love and fear, to choose responsibly, which means make a choice that will create consequences for which you're willing to assume responsibility. It's an opportunity to consult your intuition and to learn to distinguish your intuition from a frightened part of your personality. And it's an opportunity for you to choose an intention. The frightened parts of your personality have one intention. It may seem like they have a lot, like I want this job, I want this house, I want this partner. But actually, the only intentions that you have a choice between are love and fear. Why do you want the house? Why do you want the partner? Why do you want the job?
Right.
If it's to make yourself feel better or safer or more valuable, if it's to mask the pain of powerlessness in you, then that's an intention of fear. Every frightened part of your personality intends to change the external world in some way so that it will feel better about itself, so that it will feel more loving and safe and secure, so that it won't feel the pain that it feels if it encounters anger and doesn't act on its anger, or encounters jealousy and doesn't act on its jealousy. So no matter where you are, now is a good time to start. And if you don't trust the universe, then you're going to react to everything that you experience. Now, here's the thing. You're going to react until you begin to develop authentic power, which means you're going to begin to experience emotional energy every time something happens that you don't expect.
Or that you don't want to happen. You don't, well, it's the same thing, I guess.
Or if something happens that you want to happen, then you're going to feel very happy. You're going to feel on top of a roller coaster. And then when something happens that you don't want, or something doesn't happen that you do want, then you're going to go all the way down again to the bottom of the roller coaster.
Indeed.
So in other words, your life is always presenting you emotional experiences, which is another way of saying it's activating parts of your personality. It's activating currents of energy that are running through your system. Some of those currents have a very low frequency. They're not very comfortable to experience. In fact, they're painful, like anger, jealousy, resentment, vindictiveness, all the things that we talked about. And others have a much higher frequency. And they're the things we talked about also, like contentment and appreciation and patience and caring and awe of the universe. And creating authentic power just means that you learn to recognize the difference between these low frequency currents of energy or frightened parts of your personality and the higher frequency currents of energy or the loving parts of your personality, however it pleases you to express them. Your distinction between them is what is important. And then choose love, which means the higher frequency current of energy, which means the loving part of your personality. Because when you choose to act from one of those, you create different consequences for yourself. To realize that you are in a school, a three-dimensional multicolored surround sound learning environment with a cast of billions that is always up to date, not only for you, but for every individual in the Earth School. Isn't that amazing?
It's remarkable. It's really remarkable.
Absolutely. But we're not asking you to believe that. We're asking you to become more aware in your life of your emotions, of the choices that you make, of the intentions that you hold, of the consequences that those create. And then you can see for yourself how the Earth School works. Then you can see for yourself that everything that you encounter serves your spiritual growth.
Yes.
Then, like William James, you will be able to, he's an American psychologist that wrote in the 1890s. He was one of my favorites. And you'll be able to see for yourself, as he once wrote, no wind can blow that does not fill your sails. How's that for a way of living? Then, what do you need to trust? In what can you trust? You're living it. Your job in the Earth School is right intention, appropriate timing, and trust. Join me next time to explore the epic transformation of human consciousness that is reshaping our species and your part in it. It may surprise you. I'm Gary Zukav.